was an epic comeback on the gridiron as two West End rivals clash on Friday night. Welcome to Sports Wire. I'm Will Catterley. Deep Run versus Freeman. Two teams with playoff aspirations, each with a win, would give them the inside track to grab one of those elusive final playoff seeds. For Freeman, it was about getting off the mat after a loss at Glen Allen. Deep Run knew it had to do the same after falling to Hermitage. And as the game played out, one team's dominance was another team's rally cry, as this one went down to the final moments. Buckle your seatbelts at home and get ready for a wild ride. These highlights will provide plenty of action. Deep Run and Freeman. Deep Run got it started with special teams. Early first quarter, Freeman forced a punt. Deep Run with the block, and they've got the ball in Freeman territory would lead to this. The ground game getting going at least on the first drive for Deep Run. Number 22, Evan back in black with the carry would set up this 1-yard touchdown plunge. Aiden Wheeler. And so far so good for the home side. They would have a 7-0 lead. But after that, it was all Freeman. Crazy busted play here. Fumble. Somehow it's scooped to Corey Cooper. And Cooper takes it all the way to the house. Touchdown Rebels, and Freeman is back in it, tying up at 7 apiece in the first quarter. We go second quarter now. Rebels taken over. A big part of it was Jack Pollard's arm. He dials long distance, fires, finds his receiver. It's Michael Horsford with the catch. And that would lead to this. Corey Cooper hardly touched his second touchdown of the night. Cooper and Freeman to have a 14-7 lead. Second quarter, all Rebels. Already up 14-7. They get the ball back again. Pollard goes back to work again. Fires, finds his receiver once again, Michael Horsford. And Horsford's got some room. Finally knocked out of bounds deep in Deep Run territory. But Freeman would capitalize. Roll out. Pollard fires, finds his man, touchdown Rebels. It's a rout almost. Tyreek Mines finds Pater. Rebels up 21-7, still in the second quarter. Just under 20 seconds to go. Pollard gonna use his legs this time. Pollard, 11 of 20 passing for 138 yards in the first half alone, all the way down to the 1-yard line. And this guy, Corey Cooper, he had 33 carries for 155 yards, and he had 3 touchdowns, including this one. That's all almost in the first half. Deep Run only had 38 yards of offense. It's 28-7 at the half. This game is over, or is it? Ensuing drive, third quarter. Stonewall. They make a change. It's Aiden Wheeler somehow getting through. Busts through the defense, and I don't know how, but he finds Pater, touchdown Deep Run. So all of a sudden, Wildcats getting back in the game. Now when you're gonna come back, you need some elements like turnovers. You gotta force them. They get one right there on the interception. And all of a sudden, Evan Herkins in Deep Run feels like momentum has shifted. Fourth quarter now. They make a change at quarterback because Wheeler was not effective. And that man was Jack Baruch. And I got hit by a coach. The referee hit the coach. It's a 5-yard penalty, but he delivers long distance on the slant pattern. Be a 5-yard penalty after the play, so the play would stand, and then he fires, finds Gabe for the touchdown. And all of a sudden, Deep Run. Once down 28-7 in the fourth quarter. With about 8 minutes to go, they've got it now down to 28-21. Fast forward, Baruch is on fire. All the way down to, well, they say the 1-yard line. Dylan Schwartzman. And Schwartzman in Deep Run. All of a sudden, finally, Aiden Wheeler put back in the goal line situation. Quarterback, 1-yard touchdown. It's good. So, extra point would tie it. Go for 2 would win it. Wheeler. Talked to Coach Chad Hornick in the huddle during a timeout. Hornick called a play. Wheeler said, no, it's not a good one. Hornick said, I'll listen to you. Come up with your own play. He did. Deep Run takes a 29-28 lead. Are you kidding? With 41 seconds left. Last chance for Pollard and Freeman. Scramble in right. Now he's going left. He's going to just toss it up to Cooper. It's incomplete. And Deep Run comes all the way back. And dramatic fashion and beat Freeman 29-28. And Coach Hornick gonna celebrate with his teammates in what is one heck of a postgame.
You got to take some chances. Guys, it's hard to take that chance. We could have tied it up. We were playing better than them in the second half. We could have beat them in overtime. We could have done that, but instead, let's take it from them. We took it from them. You understand me? You just took it from them. Yeah! And that's what you got.
It was crazy at halftime. We were all down on each other. Coaching staff brought us back up. Everybody, all the team captains, picked up the morale, and I don't know, it's just incredible. That's all I got to say about it.
When we were standing out here right before the end of the first half, that we told our players, this isn't over. It's not time to fold in. We practiced all week for preparing those two last drives. That's exactly what we prepared for, because we knew we were going to have to throw the ball at some point. They did a really good job of shutting down our offense with the run game, so we came back and threw the ball and executed. I'm really proud of our guys.
Meanwhile, at Patrick Henry, the Varina Blue Devils were looking to improve on an already impressive season. Varina came into Friday night's contest at 4-1, their only loss on the road to Hermitage. And even more eye-raising has been the Blue Devils' improvement week to week. The Blue Devils had beaten their past two opponents by a combined score of 103-17. And while their offense continues to do well, the defense is gaining traction as well. The trend continued against the Patriots. So to Ashland, Virginia we go, where Patrick Henry, pretty good team this year, Varina, looking to move to 5-1 for the first time in years. They're doing it a lot early and often with the ground game. Varina's ground game, much improved. It's been pretty good last couple of years, but it's really clicking to another cylinder, another level. That was number 7, Steven Richardson with the carry. And then they're going to finish it off with a touchdown run. Varina has the opening advantage again. Richardson does the damage, 7-0. Blue Devils at 5:35 to go in the first. Devils get it back. Devils in the details. In the passing game, working wonders as well. Quarterback connects. It's number 3, James Reed. And then again, looking for R.J. Coles, utilizing the running backs, and look at that speed. Nobody's going to get him. Touchdown, Blue Devils. And Brian Logan looking comfortable at QB position this year as well. 14-0, Varina. Now some defense. Of course, that's a self-inflicted wound right there. Big loss by Patrick Henry. And it's going to lead to this. Defense still getting in on the action. Quarterback looking. You're not getting away, buddy. That Varina defensive front, they were stalwarts all evening long. Number 6, Simon, pinch back. And then how about this ball? Thrown, firing, finding his man, and it is Mr. Steven Richardson. Second touchdown of the night. Varina looking good. Their third score of the evening already, and we're just getting started. 21-0 Varina at that point. Blue Devils. Oh my goodness, I could have ran through that hole. Richardson gains about 15 for the first down. Then, why not keep going to the well? It's not dry, not by a long shot. Another big gainer by Richardson. He had himself a heck of an evening. And still not done on the ground. Oh my gosh, look at the speed. Puts it into extra gear. Richardson, another touchdown. This time it's on the ground. 27-0. All Varina. Back to pass. Patrick Henry. The Patriots get sacked again. That D front all over it. And hey, you've got to compliment the secondary too in the corners because nobody was open. And then the big man bringing him down. Number 20, Jermaine Boone, defensive end. And after taking over, Varina would add a field goal to make it 30-0. It's still third quarter. We go to the fourth and final stanza. And Varina gonna run the rock. Dominique Hayes Nelson with the carry. And then, just for fun, the quarterback keeper calls his own number. Touchdown, Varina. Brian Logan and company pitch a shutout, 37-0. We head to field hockey when we return. Glen Allen and Freeman go down to the final seconds to find a victor. Plus, Godwin celebrates homecoming, but could they do it with a win over John Marshall? Highlights are straight ahead.
Don't always have time to watch SportsWire on your TV? No problem. Episodes are available anytime on the web at watchsportswire.com. And it works just as well on your phone. Watch SportsWire anytime, anywhere at watchsportswire.com.
Welcome back to Sports Wire. How about a great field hockey match? It's Freeman and it's Glen Allen. First time these two met. It was a 3-2 game that went down to the game's final moments. This would not be disappointing as well. Freeman a chance, first half action, no score. That's not going to work. And then on the corner, Rebels again with an opportunity to take the early advantage in this one. They get inside the circle and fires it, kick save, out of danger, then almost on the other side. Nice job by Glen Allen's keeper to keep it at 0-0. More Rebels. I don't know how the heck the ball didn't go in here, but somehow that's kicked away. Later, finally Glen Allen gets some offensive attack going, and then we'd make it work. Watch the bouncing ball if you can. It finds the back of the net. She shoots, she scores. And Glen Allen on the board as number 18 delivers. Corrine Koopa with the goal, and it's 1-0 Jaguars. Later, second half, she shoots, she scores. Glen Allen, just like that, very quickly out to a 2-goal lead as number 10 would do the honors and get that one in to make it 2-0. But Freeman comes right back. What a job by number 21, Maddie Sherman. And Sherman gets Freeman right back in a brand new ball game, 2-1. And then Freeman had some momentum, just goes wide, just missing the equalizer, but they would come back right here. Eventually watch number 15. Glen Allen desperately tries to get it out of the box. 15 fires, gets it through, she scores! Jordan Chucker. And it's 2-2. And that goal came with less than 2 minutes to play. So this game gonna head to overtime. Wait a minute, there's still 1:38 to play. Now under a minute to play. To be precise, under 30 seconds to play. Really, actually, under 20 to play. The shot, she scores! Molly Hughes with 18 on the clock wins it for Glen Allen, 3-2. Molly!
Have you ever scored a goal that late in the game?
Not me personally, no.
What's this win mean for your team? I mean, this is the second time you guys have played Freeman, the second time it came down to 1 goal, right?
Yes, and it feels really good.
All right, cool. Way to go.
And with that, we go up tempo. We start in the world of golf where the Deep Run Wildcats have wrapped up their 3rd straight state title. Deep Run won in emphatic fashion at Magnolia Green Golf Club. They started the final round, already up 15 strokes, then shot a combined 289, 1 over par to win by 42. Charlie Hansen led the scoring by completing a 3 under 69. It's the 4th state team title in 5 years. Meanwhile, Godwin freshman Charlie Kennedy forced a playoff hole, then parred it to win the individual title. He also fired a 69 and birdied the 18th hole to force the playoff. Back to football now, where Henrico improved to 4-2 after a 41-14 win over Atlee. Quarterback Lawrence Chambers was more than impressive. Chambers threw for 347 yards and 4 touchdowns to grab the win. Well, he's been unbelievable on defense and a big reason why Hermitage remains unbeaten. And now, linebacker Mateo Jackson has made an oral commitment to play at James Madison. Last season, he made the All-Metro team after tallying 124 tackles. And this year, the 6'2", 220-pound senior got the game-clinching interception to beat Highland Springs. He also has offers from Richmond, Cincinnati, Navy, and Air Force. And last but not least, former Highland Springs quarterback Jawan Carter earned MEAC Rookie of the Week honors after a 35-28 win over Florida A&M. The Norfolk State freshman was 17 for 32 through the air for 164 yards and 2 touchdowns. Carter becomes the first Spartan to win a weekly football award this year. Speaking of the gridiron, let's go to Godwin homecoming. It's Chun Fei Wu, homecoming king and homecoming queen, Devon Furash. Congratulations to both king and queen and the court of royalty. Well, court adjourned. Time for some football. Godwin taking on John Marshall. Fans ready for this one. Homecoming crowds are always big. And Godwin's ground game with this guy has been too. Because it's Bryce Safferwich on the toss play. And they've got a 1-2 tandem, quarterback and running back. Here's another one as well. Austin Pitts, same play, different running back. Pitts gets his share of carries, but I really was talking about, when I was talking about the tandem, I was talking about Safferwich and Mr. Quarterback Sean Bowers. Touchdown, Safferwich! He's had plenty of those. 7-0 Eagles. Later, how about some Eagles special teams? They've had a few great returns in the kicking game this year. This is another one, Safferwich. All the way to the John Marshall side of the field, and then when the pitch play's working, this is what I was talking about earlier with the quarterback. He can keep it himself and get big-time yardage. Sean Bowers with the keeper, and then back to the man that's really been getting him there on the ground, Mr. Safferwich. And he shows he's tough to bring down. You got to have all the white jerseys on him to stop him. 14-0 would lead to a touchdown run by Safferwich, so they'd have a 14-0 lead after second quarter. John Marshall should have done more of this. Number 28, Eric McDaniels, is a beast, and he goes into beast mode right here. Touchdown run. I don't think anybody touched him. John Marshall going to go for 2. Not going to work, however. So, 14-6, and then the defense forcing a punt. And guess who? Bryce Safferwich. You thought that first punt return was special. Well, this would really set up this one. Coming right into your living room. Look out! 57-yard return for a score. His third touchdown. 2 rushing, 1 on the punt return, and now it is 21-6. Mills E. Godwin. And the Eagles looking to keep that momentum up in the second half. And John Marshall going to go back to the well that was successful for him, the one thing that was. Eric McDaniels. Yeah, he's showing he hadn't given up. Take a look at this run. Bringing red jerseys with him deep into Godwin territory, and then Eric McDaniels not done. McDaniels going to score a McTouchdown. And John Marshall going to give it to the man again, this time the other way. McDaniels on the 2-point conversion. So we got a brand new ball game, folks. It's 21-14 Justices. Trying to serve some justice to Godwin and get back in it. But Eagles would respond with Sean Bowers. Quarterback keeper picks up the first down. And that would keep the drive alive for this. Inside handoff, Safferwich. Nice open field tackle, by the way. He gets more yards. And then Bowers going to call his own number on this play. And check this out for Desire. This is all I want it more. My goodness, backs his way into the end zone. Touchdown, 28-14. Bowers shows some power. And the Godwin defense puts a stop to McDaniels in this John Marshall rushing attack. Bryce Safferwich, 18 carries, 144 yards. Here's one of his 18, and it's going to lead to this. Austin Pitts going to get back in on the action. He's going to find pay dirt as well. 35-14. Godwin. Fly, Eagles, fly. The Eagles, they get the victory. We have much more to get to when we come back. Glen Allen and TJ have an offensive explosion on the gridiron. Crazy stats from a crazy game are coming up. Plus, we head to the middle school game of the week as Moody hosts Brooklyn and boys soccer. That's next.
So, same time next week?
Well, of course. Put away a few bucks, feel like $1 million. For free tips to help you save, go to Feed the Pig.
Welcome back to SportsWire. Time for the middle school game of the week. It takes us to Moody, where they're taking on rival Brooklyn, and already up 1-0. Did the ball cross the plane? Yeah, Danny Schucci scores! Goal, Moody! And they have a commanding 2-0 lead over the Brooklyn Cubs. Here comes Moody again. Now, check out the fancy footwork. And might have a great opportunity. He does, but he shoots it just wide. Brooklyn dodges a bullet. Then Terry. He gets a shot. Great job by the keeper, Rick Heinig-Stewart, with a big-time save. Still in the first half. Here comes Brooklyn again. Check it out, the shot. Just not enough pace on it. Still a 2-0 game, but Brooklyn would come back. The Cubbies. Gustavo Rodriguez Cruz, number 14. He's going to fire it and bury it in the back left corner. Goal, Cubs! And Brooklyn on their way back. It made it 2-1. Later, however, off the corner, the header. No. Staying with it, though. Check out that crazy angle. He shoots, he scores. Moody with the answer. Mr. Terry, have yourself a goal, my friend. That was pretty special. 3-1 at that point. Brooklyn not done. Gustavo Rodriguez Cruz. Close. Great save right there, but then on the corner, Rodriguez Cruz, he shoots, he scores. That would make it 3-2. Moody Brooklyn within one goal of this one. They could tie it up and end up with a draw. Moody, though, keeping the pressure on. Check out the save by Heinig-Stewart. Not once, boom, but twice, bam, get out of the way. Moody hangs on, 3-2, your final. Well, let's go to volleyball, shall we? To Glen Allen High School taking on Godwin. Guys volleyball to be exact. First set, 2-1, Godwin lead. Glen Allen having nothing of it, trying to get the kill right there. Guess what? He does. Number 11, Parker Bailey gets the kill, and they would have a 3-2 lead later in the first set. It's funny, that 3-2 lead, they get the block right there for the point. First time these two teams showed up, matched up against each other, it went a full 5 sets. That's right, the first 1, 2, 3 wins. That was a nice little move by Godwin's front. All for naught, though, and then sometimes it's not how hard you hit it, but where you put it. Glen Allen puts it right on the floor for the point. Later, still in the first set, Godwin going for the kill, but instead it's a block. Daniel Nguyen with the block, and Glen Allen wins the first set, 25-14. We switch sides for the second. Jags on the serve. Godwin trying to take advantage, already down 5-2, and that shot is blocked, but it's going to work for number 1, James Manning. Opposite hitter getting the point there. Up 8-3 later. That is good. Godwin with a big-time kill, trying to get back into this one. I said the first time they met was close. Expected the same in this one. Glen Allen wanting to take care of business early. He slams it down, slam-a-jamma for the kill. David Hello Fellows with the point. Eagles trying to get back in this one. They're doubled up 14-7 at this point. And number 4 taking care of business for the Jags, Caden Cowart. And then 22-20, Eagles coming back. That shot, good for the point. Now they're down just 1. 22-21, Godwin can feel the momentum changing. But Glen Allen had answers. And that was one of them. They get the point, and they get the set, most importantly, 25-22. Third and final stanza for Glen Allen. They're hoping it'll be. 5-3 the score, down number 4. Cowart again with the kill. Jags on the serve. One more time. That time, Eagles get the answer. Number 8 was everywhere for them, but it was too much. Glen Allen in this one. The Jaguars going to improve their record with a 3-0 sweep of Goblin.
Aaron
Well, to TJ we go for another homecoming football festivity weekend. Friday afternoon, this game was nuts. Glen Allen in town, and the speedy running back, Jalen Jackson, 215-pound, going to Villanova with the touchdown. 7-0 TJ. Later, Glen Allen trying to respond. That's an Oski. It's picked off. The pass intercepted by the Vikings, who would set up this. This quarterback had himself a day. Anwar Wilson Bradley, the sophomore, all the way to Pater. Touchdown, TJ. And yeah, Thomas Jefferson with all of a sudden a 2-touchdown advantage over Glen Allen. Jags would respond with this guy. He had a career afternoon, almost. Carrying the football, Flowers deep into Viking territory. Flowers would lead to this. Touchdown. Jags on the board. And all of a sudden, it's a one-score game at 13-7. TJ coming back. Oh my goodness gracious. Anwar Wilson Bradley all the way, and then the jump shot's good from the coaching staff. Anwar Wilson Bradley, 314 yards, 4 touchdowns on 15 carries. It was that kind of day for Glen Allen's defense, that kind of way for TJ's offense, and you couldn't take a play off because untouched goes this Jag all the way to Pater. Touchdown on the kickoff return. Garner gets it, 94 yards to Pater. Touchdown Glen Allen. Later, still in the second quarter, more from boom. Flowers, 355 yards. I'm not kidding. 355 yards, 5 touchdowns, 41 carries. There's his second touchdown. And all of a sudden, Glen Allen with their first lead, 21-20. Here comes some defense right. Are you kidding me? It's just a simple off-tackle run. It's gonna go the distance. An unbelievable run by Jalen Jackson, 19 carries, 295 yards, 4 touchdowns for him. Between the two teams, there was over 1,000 combined yards of total offense. I mean, if high school had a fantasy football league, this would be absolutely ridiculous. Late in the half, finding his receiver, quarterback to wide receiver connection is good for a touchdown and make it 28-27 Glen Allen at that point. But the second half would have pretty much just as many points, and TJ wins on homecoming. They come out on top, 55-49 the final. Other scores, Hermitage still perfect, 53-14 in the Cat Bowl over Tucker. Highland Springs dominant, 40-8 over Hanover. And a score you heard earlier, 42-14, Henrico getting a big win against Atlee. Remember, if you have questions or comments about the show, just send me an email to this address, sportswire@henrico.k12.va.us. And you can always follow us on Twitter. I can't wait to see ya next time on Sportswire.